Hey there, it's Amelia. In this video, we'll discuss relative versus absolute cell referencing. So normally when you copy a formula to another cell, Excel automatically translates the cell address in regards to the row number or the column letter. This is called relative addressing. So let me show you an example. In this particular worksheet here, there's a formula in column E, and I'm pointing to cell E7 right now, so you could see that the formula is price times quantity, which is a C7 times D7. Okay, so notice the formulas that are below. So for instance, here in E8, Excel automatically adjusted the row number when I copied it, and now it's C8 times D8 and so forth. If I scroll to the next one, the row number is reflected here, and it's 9, 10, 11, and 12. So most of the time, if we're copying a formula, we do want it to automatically adjust the row number, or in some case the column letter, for us. But sometimes we don't. Sometimes you may need to have one or more cell addresses remain the same, and that's called absolute addressing. So let me go ahead and switch over to an example so you could see what I mean. Okay, so in this example, let's say you want to reference a cell which contains this commission rate of 10%. Now, in this case, the commission rate of 10% is in one particular cell. So let's look at column D, which calculates the commission. Now, in this first row for salesperson John Smith, the formula is already entered as B4, which is the percent of 10, times C7, which is his sales. But however, if I copy this down using that quick copy, notice there are some problems. So this is because in this particular example, Excel will automatically translate B4, and in the next cell it will think that you mean that you want to use B5. But in this case, you always want to use B4 in the formula. So how would you do that? So let's undo that with Control Z. And what you do is we have to adjust the first formula here. And what we're going to do is we're going to specify to Excel that we want to use absolute addressing for B4 by entering a $sign before the B and a $sign before the 4. And that tells Excel that when let me go ahead and press enter and accept that formula. It tells Excel that whenever I copy this formula, don't change B and don't change 4. Always keep it exactly the same, because I'm always going to absolutely reference B4. So let's see how that works. So now when I copy it down, let's see what happened. So in cell D8, notice that B4 stayed exactly the same because of the $signs. And C8, of course, that translated C7, C8, and just keep notice of the formula as I move to another cell. B4 is still the same, and the row number is incrementing. So B4 is staying the same in all the formulas. I'll just go through that again. Keep an eye on the formula. B4 is staying the same, and Excel will increment the row number in column C. So you might be thinking, well, why don't I just put 0.10 in the formula? Well, you can do that, but let's say the commission percent changes. If you had, instead of B4, if you had 0.10 in the formula, then if the rate changed, then you'd have to go adjust your formulas. Well, why not do it using the absolute referencing and just keep the percent in one cell, so that if your percent changes, like to say 12, all the formulas adjust automatically, and the total here adjusts automatically because you're using the absolute cell referencing of B4. So you can always change the value in B4 and all your formulas will automatically be adjusted. Well, that's it for today's video. I hope you found this helpful. If you like this video, please click like. If you like this channel, please click subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.